It's me, Kirill26, and today I am doing the top 10 most viewed Minecraft Adventures videos. Just like how I did the top 10 most viewed Minecraft roleplays videos, I'm doing it, but in Yuke's series. Now, this is one of the best series he's probably ever done, and you know what, I just thought it deserved his own top 10 list. So, you know, the rules are simple. This is the top 10, so it's the most viewed. And, you know, it's just Minecraft Adventures, so no Minecraft celebrities, no Lexi Beautify. But anyway, with all that out of the way, let's go on to number 10. Number 10 is 12:12 a.m. So in the episode, Western Hal Jordan reveals to Beautify that if a black hole opens up 3 more times, then their world will be doomed. So Western Hal Jordan and Game Boy are sent to go get Flash. And Flash comes back and saves the day. He goes up to the top of the tower and starts running around it, sending all the DC heroes back to their original lands. Now, and then after that, Game Boy comes up and said that there's something with the house, leading to the battle between Dr. 8-Eyes and the Ice Sorcerer versus the mansion. Now, this episode is good. Just one of the most boring parts is whenever Game Boy and Western Hal Jordan have to go over to the tower to save him. I feel like they could just go and save him, but whatever, this is just my opinion. But now, on to number 9. Number 9 is the Zombie Apocalypse Part 2. So, in this Part 2, Yuke's is now going to go and stop the zombie apocalypse. He meets Dora, but that's not very important. But anyway, he starts killing all these zombies, and then he finds a tent. It turns out that Kirill26 and Cayman have been doing this. They've been brainwashed. And then after that, we get this filler scene with Yuke's trying to find the mirror. It's probably the most boring part of this video, but if that scene was just like 30 seconds to a minute long, this would have been one of the best episodes. But without that, it's still a pretty good episode. But now let's get on to number 8. Number 8 is New Beginnings. In this episode, Dr. 8-Eyes establishes how the team is going to happen now. Yuke's is now going to command Rich Penguins Island, and Kirill26 is going to command the Ice Kingdom. Of course, this is kind of a boring video with them just talking, but the characters in it are good. It also can lead us to a better future with these good characters. And sometimes the results aren't always the best, with some of them retiring. But you know what, that means we can just get more funny videos out of them. But anyway, that doesn't matter. This is number 8. But now let's get on to number 7. Number 7 is Yuke's new $10 million mansion. Now this episode is just Yuke's getting his new mansion and giving it a tour to Red Penguin, Kirill26, Cayman, both of his parents, and Game Boy. Now this house is pretty awesome, but there's really nothing special about this episode. There are still a bunch of good characters, and this house does get used for a little while. But of course, we all know it meets its demise in episode 30. But, you know, pretty good house, pretty good episode. But now let's get on to number 6. Number 6 is Kips of the Ice King. So Game Boy one day goes out to go get some fruit. But then he meets up with this random guy who gives his letter and tells him to give it to Kirill26 and Cayman. It turns out it's a letter from their dad, which is the Ice King, and they go to visit him and learn some stuff about how their mom has died, and Kirill26 will be next in line for the throne. This video isn't really anything important, and sometimes it was just really boring to watch. And yeah, look at that face, though. Okay, but with all that out of the way, let's get on to number 5. Making it at the halfway mark is Kirill26's baby. Now this video has 2 plots. 1, Cam becoming the new Ice Sorcerer, and 2, Kirill26 having a child. But let me explain the first part. The first part is Cayman. He becomes the Ice Sorcerer since his father has died. And he gets his cool armor from this random guy that can help him control his powers. Now the second half is Kirill26 complaining about how he wants a baby. So Cayman clones him to make Salt, which is a 4-year-old clone of him. This video is good and it introduces a good character. But it has 2 separate plots, which makes it even more interesting. But now, let's get on to number 4. Number 4 is the Zombie Apocalypse Part 1. In this episode, at the very beginning, it shows Yuke's parents leaving. And then after that, Yuke's watches the news and sees that zombie apocalypse has started. He goes up, but everyone is now leaving. Everyone is leaving, and Yuke's goes up to Damian Wayne. He goes up to him, and Damian Wayne provides him with enough armor and weapons to now take on the zombie apocalypse. And that's the video. It's a good video and a good part 1. But now let's get on to number 3. 3 is the Ward. This is the episode that finally brings Sebastian to this series after the Legacy of Yuke's Fight ended. But anyway, after defeating the Ice Sorcerer and Dr. Eight Eyes, the heroes are finally getting a reward from Sebastian, from him being the new mayor, and Sebastian gives all 4 characters their own houses and their own house tours. Now this video is pretty good, and the houses are pretty nice, and I wish I could have stayed in this neighborhood, but it's, you know, every good thing must come to an end. But now let's get on to number 2 is the new mansion. In this episode, Yuke's Spy and Kale26 first come to this world after the Legacy of Yuke's Spy. They go to this mansion and meet this realtor guy that gives the house to them for free and gives them an entire house tour. But without knowing, they now become the new mayor. Well, technically Yuke's Spy does. The house is nice and all the characters do come to it eventually. But this video is just another house tour video, so it's not like anything important, very, very important happens. But, you know, the only important thing is the house. But anyway, let's get on to number 1. Which is, New Ice King is number 1. And in this video, Saul tells Yuke's Spy about how Kale26 is the new Ice King. So Yuke's Spy goes and checks out his new Ice Kingdom. This Ice Kingdom is nice, but like I said, every good thing must come to an end. That is proven whenever they switch worlds. The place is pretty cool, and it establishes Kale26 as a king. Now, I like the idea, just that crown makes his beak shorter and makes it look stupid. But anyway, that's the entire list. Thank y'all for watching this video. If you did like it, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe. Go subscribe to every single of the Mystic Gamers, and I hope that I can see you all in the next one. Goodbye.